I believe in intuitions and inspirations. I sometimes feel that I am right. I do not know that I am. If at first the idea is not absurd, then there is no hope for it. The revolution introduced me to art, and in turn, art introduced me to the revolution. Life is a preparation for the future, and the best preparation for the future is to live as if there were. When I examine myself and my methods of thought, I come to the conclusion that the gift of fantasy has meant more to me than any talent for abstract, positive thinking. The only real valuable thing is intuition. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. It is my view that the vegetarian manner of living, by its purely physical effect on the human temperament, would most beneficially influence the lot of mankind. Laws alone cannot secure freedom of expression. In order that every man present his views without penalty, there must be spirit of tolerance in the entire population. The tragedy of life is what dies inside a man while he lives. When the solution is simple, God is answering. Somebody who only reads newspapers and at best books of contemporary authors looks to me like an extremely nearsighted person who scorns eyeglasses. He is completely dependent on the prejudices and fashions of his times, since he never gets to see or hear anything else. We cannot solve our problems with the same level of thinking that created them. A person starts to live when he can live outside himself. I want to know God's thoughts, the rest are mere details. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. One thing I have learned in a long life, that all our science, measured against reality, is primitive and childlike, and yet it is the most precious thing we have. The ideals which have always shone before me and filled me with joy are goodness, beauty, and truth. If I were to remain silent, I'd be guilty of complicity. We know from daily life that we exist for other people first of all, for whose smiles and well-being our own happiness depends. The more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know.